Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. The room is filling up quickly, or the stream viewers, rather. I am chair. With me is Vaslav, the Waku Solutions engineer. Hello and good day to you,
Hello.
Sir Vaslav. We will
Hello,
be,
Chair.
hello. We will be streaming for about an hour. Here we are live on X, Twitter, and YouTube on the Waku org channels and accounts respectively. I would implore and urge you at this moment, if you have not yet, to like and retweet and share and subscribe at whatever location you might be consuming this in. I am chair. Once again, my real name is Aaron. You can call me whatever you like. That is Václav over there. And without further ado, I will pass the virtual microphone to you, sir. If you could take us through what you'll be taking us through today.
I'll do my best. Well, thank you for this fun opportunity to try to build something in public. I've been open source developer for a long time, but I've probably have never done anything like this. So it's going to be my first, and it's going to be fun. So first of all, we're obviously going to build with Waku, and we want to do some AI vibe coding. And the tool that I am using lately is called Lovable. Shout out to them. Very good product from my perspective. I'm not an amazing developer. I am a mediocre developer with a lot of ideas. So I need something that will create a POC or MVP as fast as possible. And this perfectly covers my need. So what are we actually going to build today? Or what I am going to build today? Or what my junior intern called Lovable is going to build for me today? I'm gonna move this here because we can also share it later. That's my kind of preparation for this. It's not very thorough, but maybe it will help. So the goal of this is to build Trollbox React component. If you are like me, who did not know what Trollbox is quite recently, it's a chat window. And I know building chat over Waku is boring, but this is slightly different. So it's a chat window in any website. So maybe here on the fileverse document, I could have a chat window down here where whoever is looking at this we could start chatting. And it's not like comments that would be persisted. Trollbox is usually very ephemeral, so it fits Waku pretty well. And there is no need for persistent storage. There is no need for authentication, really. It's more of like, if I am a visitor at a website, I'll just dump in some nonsense and I'll maybe have fun with others. And I think we could build it with Waku relatively simply, and it would be fun to have it as a component that you can just drop into any website. And given that Waku can handle the load, it would just work. I don't know if it will, but we'll see. So what are the requirements from my perspective? We want something that is easy install and instantiation. So easy install, it should be a React component that you just do npm install or yarn add, and it just is there. And then instantiation, it should be simple to create the component or instantiate the component inside the whole website. So you should not care about Waku, really. It should be a component that you just put in and it just works, which goes well the no config. I would ideally, there would be no configuration unless you want to tweak something explicitly. Well, we'll see how it goes. Everything is public, so there is no encrypted communication. There is no handshaking between people. There are other applications. I saw in the chat, I saw Alisher, who is building a side application, which is this, where you want to have very secret conversation with someone. Go and take a look at the side. But this is very public. You want to post something that everybody on the website will see and have fun with it. We could use encryption just from the perspective of like, not everybody on Waku network should be able to see the messages, because why should they? So we can probably inject some symmetric key encryption just to make it a bit contained to the website. And it should also use ENS. I said no authentication, but then also if you want to post some banger meme or some banger joke and you want to everyone to know that this is you, then you should be able to prove yourself through ENS. It's not private or anything, but it's fun, right? Like we post fun stuff around, and we tie it to our identity. So why not? Why not in this case? And how are we gonna go about it? I think I'll try at least. Let's try with the basic. Let's start with the basic website. What I've seen with Allowable is that if you give it a lot of information at the beginning, it usually just craps out, and it usually just does not really build anything at that point. So I want to start with something simple. So I have prepared the prompts, and I will read them and explain what I'm trying to do there. But I will copy them over so we don't have to waste time with me typing a lot of stuff. So I'm in the Lovable website. I've switched it to public, so I'll push it to GitHub. So as soon as it's there, you can potentially clone it and start contributing if you want to. So I'm gonna build. So I'm gonna kick it off just so that it starts doing its magic. I'm not sure if it's big enough. I'm gonna just drop this back. So I want Lovable to build a website called Troll House, and it's a simple, informative website about trolls who are fun creatures loving their community. We all love communities, but their goal is to inform others about digital privacy and censorship resistance, because Waku and all the other stuff that we do. The website should be fun, modern, and full of trolls, and it should be well structured with informative content. I have no clue what will be outcome of this, but I'm happy to see what Lovable will do here. I'll kind of keep shilling Lovable throughout the stream, I guess. What I like about it, or how I like to use it, because you have various tools like Cursor and Copilot and all these things, but how I like to treat Lovable is not as like a AI pair programmer, but more of a like junior intern, like someone I explain very explicitly what I want, and then it can go and it can come up with the solution. And if the solution is not right, then I'll come back and I'll tell it and I'll explain what the problem is. And if it still cannot resolve it, then I can just go into the code and push the repo and make it work. So that's how it is. So it seems that it is doing something and deploying, actually. Oh, nice. I like it. So we have a Troll House, envisioning playful, informative website, inspiration from modern community-focused websites. Okay, awesome. Hero section. So this is the website it created. I'm gonna quickly push it to the repo, connect project. And it should, yeah, I think it's ready. So if you go here, github.com, vpavlin, trollhouse, troll tales. I'm gonna paste it in the chat if I figure out how to do that. I don't think I can paste it in the chat. I'm gonna paste it to the chat with Chair, and then he can paste it wherever. And I'm gonna clone it locally, just so that I have it in case I need to quickly fix something. Git clone, cloning, done. Troll House, and let's open VS Code just so that we have it ready.
That link is at 404 for me on my side.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that for you. I think it's still private on GitHub. It's public in Lovable, but private on GitHub. So I'll just quickly fix it. Thanks for letting me know. This is usually the problem, that I forget to. I tell people about these projects and then I don't make them public. Okay, it's asking for the code. Let's make it a bit more private. Oh, no.
As you vamp in the background, have you used Cursor or some other AI integrated IDE alongside Lovable, or do you keep those separate for now.
So I have used, so I'm using locally continue.dev, which is a kind of a local private way of doing code assistance. So I have my mini PC in the room that runs some small-ish Olama model, and then I use continue.dev to connect to it and get some AI suggestions. It's not completely awesome um, because it's not using any massive big model, but it works and it allows me to do stuff. But I usually try to convince Lovable to actually do stuff for me completely, and only if it fails. It's usually a small failure. Why is this here? It's usually just a small failure, and then I can relatively easily fix it. Okay, give me a sec. I have lost my. I'm gonna stop sharing for a while, for a bit.
All
Or if you
good.
can hide the window, I need to find my window with Lovable. I don't know where it went.
All
Where did
good.
it?
No worries. You are watching this week's Waku vibe coding live stream on the Waku X, on the Waku YouTube. If you have not yet, please share, repost, like, follow the Waku account, follow Václav at the Havlin, and his name should appear back on the screen if you are
Yep.
watching right there.
Yeah, we should be good with that. Okay, so we're back to Lovable. So this is the website it built. I actually like it. I think it's pretty good. I don't know what this is gonna do. Probably nothing. I specifically told it not to do much, so it does not really like actively do anything, which is fine for us right now. I think all those links are dead, which is okay. So what can we do now? I think we need to figure out a way to actually add the chat box now. So again, back to my prompts that I've prepared. I'm asking it here to add a troll box. So what is a troll box? A minimal chat window with ability to post messages by any website visitor. Keep the design minimal and simple so that it can be eventually extracted and reused elsewhere. The window should appear to the bottom right corner, in the bottom right corner, and should be collapsible. That's how I imagine Trollbox. I don't know if I've ever seen a true Trollbox. I have researched what it is, and it says that it is, like Google says, that it is a chat feature, usually coming in a like crypto exchanges. So I've never probably used it, which is even more fun to build it. So we have something here. I think it works. It's a chat box. It's down here, um, and and uh, and we can type something. Maybe the name disappeared. Why did it disappear? Okay, never mind. I don't know what happens if I. Yeah, it probably gets stored in like a local storage or something, but it's definitely not gonna get posted anywhere. Um, the design is clean and simple. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So the next thing will be to actually start integrating Waku, because this is all we need to actually do this. Now, I will use something called Waku Dispatcher. The reason for that is that A, I have built it, so I like to use it. And B, it simplifies for me the usage of Waku. Uh, Usually, the AI has issues with using it and just integrating it all the way, because it is not very well documented, because I built it, and it is not extremely straightforward to use for the AI because it doesn't know how it works. But it gives reasonably good result in generating the code so that I can just fix it. So did I just post the same thing? Where is it? I don't know. The UI
Yeah.
is the lovable UI is somehow strange. But what I've posted in and submitted is add Waku using npm package Waku dispatcher as a transport for Trollbox messages. Waku dispatcher can be instantiated. That was supposed to be a bit of a code. Never mind. Handle the promise it returns. It should be a singleton, and it exposes dispatcher on method to handle new messages and dispatcher emit to publish messages. So build unsuccessful. It will complain, but that's a good thing with Lovable. I should be able to. Why cannot I click on this button? That's the first time I'm seeing this error. Okay, fix the error. So yeah, it just guessed that this is the name of the object. It's not. It's dispatcher, so it's gonna try to do that. This is also wrong. The dispatcher on is okay. Yeah, that's good. I don't know why it's wrapping a callback with a callback, but that's fine. Send message, emit trollbox message, that's fine. So in general, this is okay-ish. We need to probably fix it. Probably create. Okay, it's fair. And it's not assignable to the parameter dispatcher callback. It does not, for some reason, like it's not able to figure out the types properly. But it's probably the time to just like switch to normal coding because it's going to be faster than me asking the lovable AI 5 times or 10 times to fix it. And then the problem with this approach that you just like keep asking, it usually gets into some kind of cycle and it starts breaking more and more things because it's trying to fix, like you see it on the first side, like what's wrong, but it will try to like keep fixing it the wrong way. So I'm gonna just rather do an npm install and fix it myself because it did relatively good job. So services, Waku service. So we need to do this. We can use get. Wait for the install. Get dispatcher, I think, is the method. We might need to do some more magic because of current issues with Waku network. So I need to switch to a different network. So we might do it slightly differently, actually. But I have a code prepared on the side from another project that I can link to if needed. Okay, now it seems like it is installed, so that's good. And we're missing this. We own this, okay. And we are gonna do some crazy copy pasting. So we are going to replace the initialize function with this function, and then we will clean it up. So here I'm basically copying stuff from another project that I've built recently called Podex, which is a kind of a YouTube alternative on top of Waku and Codex. What did I do? Did I do something really wrong? Oh, I did. Okay. Maybe not. Wait. Let's move this up here. Okay, so this is const.
Also, are
Okay.
you sharing your entire screen currently?
I am. Well, I mean, yes.
Okay.
One of
If
the
you
monitors.
could share whichever monitor is smaller, the resolution is a little bit low on the screen share itself. If you
Okay.
could either share the window itself or the smaller of the monitors.
I can try to share that. Okay. Is that better? Oops.
I'm letting it load. It's the same.
I mean, it's
That's fine.
I mean, the resolution is probably fine, but the view is cut because of our faces here. So I mean, this probably works, and now I feel like it's a bit too big, so I'm gonna just make it. Is this readable? It is for me.
I liked the other size. The
Okay.
size before the resize. I think it was bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's sort of. Chat, let us know how it looks for you. And pardon my interruption.
No worries at all. I'm just gonna delete this because this is what I copied from the other file. This is obviously not there. Payload Waku message. Blah 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 blah. Message handlers. Okay. I think it did something really, really weird. So it's gonna take a bit more copy pasting to find to make it work. So this is good. We have the get this picture method. The promises look okay. Now we need to define this on method, which handles the new message. This is okay, and we want to get rid of the initialize, basically. Okay, and this should be alive right here. I'll make it trollbox. We're gonna deal with the content topic a bit later. I have a plan for that, and I need to figure out. So this is pretty clear. It wants to do it with this dispatcher, which is good. This dispatcher. So it's gonna replace all of these. I should have done that in some smarter way, probably. But I'm a lazy person, which usually means I do more work than I should have done. Okay. So we don't need this, I guess. It's fine. We need to figure out this thing. So I'm just gonna make it any for now. And I wanted to check one thing, and that is, okay, I need to move my terminal as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what it actually did in that on function because I removed it and I don't remember. Okay, so it used the trollbox message, so that's fair. And I need it to, so that's okay. And I need to figure out what is the actual format of the message. The message is, it says it's Waku message, so what is that? Okay, so it's ID, text, timestamp, author. That's, I think, fine for now. So this means that we get message, and that will be Waku message. And then this basically is what we need to do. Yep. And push, what is it? Wait, handler? What is the message handler actually? Sorry. That's a function. And where do we use that? Push index of device. Okay. I'm not 100% sure how it's trying to use the handler. Ah, okay, got it. So we can do that. We can do that. That's fine. And we call it message. So that should be doable. So this basically what it means is that on every single message that we get from Waku on the predefined content topic that we have defined here, and that message has a type trollbox message, which is the type of a message. Dispatcher wraps each message you give it, each content you give it, with its own structure, and as it unpacks the new messages, it checks for the type, and if there is a handler for a type, which is defined like this, it will pass it to the handler. So we have a handler that can actually have multiple handlers in it. Not great, I think, but we can live with that for now. We can tweak it later. Then it stars the dispatcher. It dispatches local queries. So what dispatcher does is also it stores all the messages that it successfully processes internally in an IndexedDB in the browser, so you can reload the messages. So this will mean that we have a basically forever history of the messages in the Trollbox, that all the messages that we have seen historically. I don't know if we want that, so we may want to remove it in the future. And then it also dispatches a query into the Waku store protocol, basically trying to pull in any historical information that it can get to. We do like the default queries either from the last received message or 24 hours. So obviously we will miss messages if we open the website after 24 hours. But it's okay. We don't expect anything else from the Trollbox. So I think that we have it actually fixed, and we can do two things. We can write locally npm run dev just to see that it actually compiles and it actually works. So I'm gonna try to open it up and see what happens. Nothing. Why is nothing happening? Waku initializes the function, which is fair. I have removed it. So we need Trollbox, and there should be initialize. So we want get dispatcher. Okay, that should help. Yeah, it looks actually pretty good. It seems like when I reload it, and it's pretty small, but you can see there is an orange dot, and now it turns green. So maybe it actually works. I don't know. Anonymous troll. Let me try, and what I can do is I can open this in an anonymous window. It's usually how I test Waku. I open two windows and see if it actually works. Hi, it doesn't work. Let's see what is the problem. Dispatcher not initialized. We cannot connect to one of the nodes, but we are connected because we are querying stuff. So that should be okay. This looks good. Okay, why is it not getting the messages? There is a high chance that we are actually getting the messages, but we don't know about it because there is something else wrong. So let's try to just log the message here. Console message. So whenever and we try to process it, we would actually log it. Waku initialized successfully. Hi. Oops. Trolls. Okay, message not sent. There is something else going on. Trollbox. Where do we?
Oh, got it.
What?
No, you said it wasn't sent. I said okay.
No, it wasn't sent, but that's okay. I think that's fine. I think the problem is somewhere in initialization of something somewhere. So here, if not this dispatcher, or if not is initialized. So the problem is that we do not actually set initialize this. We do not set is initialized to true. So I'm gonna just remove it because we don't need it, and I'm gonna use the. I'm just gonna use the dispatcher actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use the dispatcher. So what we could do actually, and what we probably be that would probably be better, is we could do const dispatcher equals await this dispatcher, and then if not dispatcher, then we error out, and if dispatcher, then we actually post. So what I did is I actually basically in case it's not initialized, I would force the initialization, or the await makes it to wait for initialization. Hi, trolls, send message sent via Waku, and if I go to here, I may need to reload because there could be some other stuff. Nope. I think we did not get the message, but it at least looks like it was published. Hello, troll. Hi, trolls. Now the question is, why didn't we get the message? But it's better than nothing. If I post here. Okay. So let me check the code again. So how do we actually process the message in the troll box? Because I think it actually has to, it basically has to somewhere subscribe. So it does the dispatcher stuff, and then it tries to subscribe to on message, which will not be ready by now. So we want to push this. We want to push this into here, and we want to ignore cleanup for now. It does not actually return anything. So yeah, I think that's fine. Yep, that should be good. So now maybe when we reload, we actually get some messages processed. Maybe not. I know this is worse than I expected. Sometimes Lovable actually does it quite okay. Does a quite okay message. Does a quite okay integration. But right now, I'm gonna say that it actually did a terrible job. Okay, it says it processed the message, but I don't trust it. I should not trust it. So if not result, throw new error, fail to send a message via Waku. Okay, that's good. So I'm actually using Copilot right now. I've actually enabled Copilot today just for this because my continue dev local stuff is not set up properly today because I was doing some weird stuff with it. Okay, so let me reload everything, and I'm gonna try to publish another message. Test.
Now you're running Copilot in your local.
Nah, I'm just using whatever GitHub does. So it was not able to publish the message, and I don't know why. And it should, in theory, work. So what we can do here, and that's another feature of the Waku dispatcher, it allows us to actually get the response from Waku by doing adding some calling a different function and then adding some parameters. So I'm going to try that to see what error I'm actually getting, because it may be that the nodes that I'm connecting to are not working properly. So true. Why did it? Right. So I need undefined, true. Okay. This is better. So I want to return the full result of the publish message function basically. And we have a success here. So it actually got published.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, it got published into the Waku network, but it did not get received. Oh, actually, started working. If I do hello here, will it show up here? It will.
Using cluster 42 by chance.
Yeah, it's using cluster 42 because the Waku network is currently down because of the spam attack on our anti-spam system. I can talk about that for hours, and why that happened and why that's okay. And we kind of expected it, but we didn't expect it to happen so soon. But it's okay. It's being worked on. It's gonna be fine. Everything will be fine. So it works. We got it working. We have hello traveling troll here from here to here. And I have tried to change my name there to V Pavlin, but it would just disappear on me. So I only have V. So this is not Vitalik, this is me. Okay. It's a small V, it's not a capital V. So that's why that kind of be like him. Anyway, we can now go and we can actually check the source code in. Check what we changed. I think it's fine. Git commit am fix Waku integration. And we can push it. And our junior intern will very quickly, if I find him or it, where is my lovable? Here. Okay, I need to move it here. We'll really quickly notice that there was a fix. I can hit this button to redeploy. Maybe. I don't know what's happening. Come on, do something. I was just gonna reload the whole thing. I think my internet just does not handle all these things that are happening here. So you can see that we have the chat button here. We have the green dot. So in theory, we type something here. Hello. It may show up. It may show up here as well. Yeah, it just showed up as I switched. So hello from localhost. This last test I'm doing, it works. So we have an instance of Trollbox running on Lovable's infrastructure, listening for messages from Waku and posting it to Waku, and then we have a localhost, locally running instance that is doing the same thing, and they can communicate. So I'm gonna take a look at what is next in our list of things. So we have integrated Waku to the Trollbox, so that kind of works. One thing that it's doing right now, and I think that we should fix, is that it is currently like there is one content topic. So if you don't know how Waku works, apart from it being an amazing privacy-preserving, censorship-resistant communication infrastructure, it actually works similarly or the same way as PubSub. So PubSub is publisher subscribers. Publisher publishes on some topic, subscribers subscribe to some topic. So here we have selected one topic for the whole application, and I think that's great because then every single person integrating this will have messages from all the other integrations. That doesn't really work. That doesn't really scale. Is this open source? I don't know what this means, but this as in Waku, it's open source. This as in this particular application that we are just building is open source as well. It's on GitHub. It's on GitHub somewhere.
If you look at the,
Okay.
depending on where they're watching, if they're watching on the Twitter broadcast, they can find the Waku account, and the GitHub is in a reply to the broadcast.
GitHub is VPAP account and then trollhouse trolltails. So that's where the code is for this particular demo. So what we can do now is we can ask Lovable to actually fix the content topic issue. So what I thought about is we could use the domain name in the URL where the application or the website is deployed, and then hash it into a content topic. So we can tell it something like, there is a variable content topic in Waku integration code. This is currently hard-coded. But should be derived from the URL/domain name of the website. Can you update the code so that we use the domain name SHA-256 hash as the topic in format trollbox/1/hash JSON. I think that's how we had it here in the code. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna ask it to do that. Basically, what I was thinking here is that the unique thing about the website is the URL, usually, whether it's localhost or whether it's some deployed website. And if we hash it to SHA-56, we get some unique identifier, which is easily derived from the hosted website. So I'm hoping that it will just basically simply do it. Okay, it's done. Let's take a look at the code, which we can do here as well. Maybe code, yes. So crypto.js, generate content topic. Okay, that looks good. Generate content topic. Where does it take the, oh yeah, location, host name. So that should be fine. So now at this point, in theory, if we type something here, it should not show up on our localhost. Hello from, and then if I switch to the localhost, it did not show up, which is good, which is, well, kind of. It also may mean that it's just completely broken. Come on. Yeah, but we can see that the Trollbox has the content topic here with the SHA in it. So now if we open this, maybe, yeah, I'm gonna probably just do this again. So 2 windows, same URL. You can actually try this. I'm gonna send it to Chair again so he can blast this. Okay. And then if I go here and I open the chat here as well, I should be able to say hello from deployed. And then it shows up here, hello from anonymous window. And then it shows up here and here as well. So now if whoever opens up this, you should see the messages. Hello from Chair. Amazing. Thank you, Chair. Thank you for contributing to this amazing application. There's a question in the chat. What is the token limit? And I don't know, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like for the prompt in Lovable, or what kind of token? We are in a Web3 and on a cross-section with AI, and the token is an overloaded term. So there is no Waku token, just so that it's clear and nobody, like when they see token, they stop thinking about a crypto Waku token. There is no Waku token. What is the token limit on Lovable? I don't know, honestly. I have never written such a long prompt that it would actually break, or that it would tell me that's too long. I try to keep it concise, honestly. Okay, so now we have a working chat application, chat Trollbox in our website. It's partially working because when I type something here, it just disappears. Okay, So we're gonna ask for fixing that now. It seems the name setting is broken. It disappears after typing one character. Can you fix it? And in the meantime, while this is being fixed, I wanted to basically show you what I wanted to do next. And we have 10 minutes, so we're gonna try, but I don't know if we can do it. If not, then I'll actually keep fixing stuff later on, and I'll push the final version somehow somewhere. So now I want to ask Lovable to use Ether.js to add browser wallet connection. It has done it for me in the past, so it should be able to do it. And let users use their wallet as identity. We will need to sign the message to publish. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Signature needs to be part of the data structure. So that's the first step. Okay, that looks way better. I can't then change it, but okay. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so it fixed it. So now I'm gonna ask it for the Ether.js. Let's see what it does. So the first step is to actually add a wallet connection button somewhere, and then pass the wallet, basically pass the wallet object into the Trollbox and into the dispatcher, because dispatcher also allows you to use a wallet, either generated in browser or external wallet, to sign the messages. And that's what we do in a bunch of applications like OPChain, which is our implementation of the forum, and of like a 4chan, but decentralized. There's a POC, or what I do in Waku, which is a Q&A platform that we're building over Waku and Codex. And basically, you could generate a browser wallet and then sign all messages using that, and then would give you some resemblance of identity. So whenever you reload, you would get the same identity. So here it doesn't really matter, because we don't really care how many messages the user posts or whether the identity stays the same after over reloads. But we want to add an external wallet so that they can connect it and they can assign their public wallet to it, so that it's kind of more fun, and you can prove that you are doing something there. So let's see. Connect wallet actually pops up MetaMask. Cool.
Nice.
Don't steal my Sepolia, Eve. Connect. Okay, wallet connected. So that looks good. Go away. Okay. And now I'm just gonna type another message. Hello with wallet. And now it asks me to sign a message. Hello with wallet, and then some timestamp and some ID. But fair enough. I don't really care at this point. And it did not publish it. Why did it not publish it? I think it didn't publish it. Okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe it did publish it. Wait, let me check. Oh, hello with wallet. So it's here. Okay, so it did publish it. So let's try from this one, actually. Blim blim. Hello, chair. If you reload this shared URL, it should just have the wallet connection functionality now. So you can connect the wallet here as well. Connect. Disappear. Hello. And then I publish. I have to sign it again. So I, on purpose, like normally what I would do is I would actually create the in-browser wallet and then create a delegation message that would be signed once every, let's say, 24 hours or a week, or just once overall. And then I would delegate kind of the authority over the identity to the in-browser wallet. That's what we do, so that you don't have to sign every single time you click a button in OPChain or in Kwaku. But here, I actually want people to like not spam, which this kind of prevents it partially, from at least from the UI perspective. So I am fine with having to sign every single wallet if I want it to be signed with my wallet address. Okay, so now we have 5 minutes. Let's go. I'll talk less and prompt more. So now we want to ask it to use ENS. We can't ask it, well, I mean, we can ask it to just use ENS and it's going to be fine. But what I discovered is that what it does, it actually makes it so that every single verification, every single address that it sees, it will try to verify the ENS. So if you have 10,000 messages in the troll box, it will hit 10,000 RPC requests, which you don't want to do with your RPC node. So I am also asking it to, whenever it fetches the ENS, store it locally as a cache, in a cache. We will see how it implements it, because usually it does something like, oh, I'm going to store it for 2 hours and then I will invalidate it and then fetch it again, which would be good. If it just stores it indefinitely, it's fine for now. But it usually does pretty good job with Ethers.js, which already integrates the ENS stuff. Okay. ENS name resolution. Let's take a look at the code. So local cache, key, it's fine. Is cache valid? It actually does the timestamp and the duration. Amazing. I love it. It just saves so much time. And then it has display name. And I assume that when there is a wallet address, I actually don't know if it actually, so it has a signature, but I don't think it actually like does the EC recover on that signature. I need to take a look at that and ask it to do it probably. Okay, so now we should have the ENS integration, but I don't think that it actually works because I didn't see any. It doesn't. Okay, so that's unconnected. Why does it not load the historical messages? I don't know, and it does not really. Where does it actually? Sorry, my brain is going faster than my mouth. Why is it not resolving the ENS, or what is the like? Where is it? Where is it supposed to actually be shown? Set username, display name, ENS display name. Okay, that's fine. Where is the display name? Signing. Okay. I want to find where it actually shows the name. So it should be here. So I'm just gonna try to reload this and post. It's probably not gonna work because in the anonymous window I don't have a wallet, so it's just not gonna. Oh wait, I know what is the problem. It will try to query the currently connected RPC node, which is Sepolia for me. So I have to switch to Ethereum mainnet probably. And when I do, and when I reload, it might actually work. That's usually also an issue. Connect. No.
Same.
Let me try to publish something. Yeah, the ENS does not seem to actually work. I don't see the ENS showing anywhere. It's okay.
All right. Well, hopefully it's a one-shot fix on this, but if it is not, or either way, I do implore everyone to follow Václav at vpavlin, follow Waku at waku_org on X, visit waku.org and docs.waku.org for more information about Waku. And is it still thinking? It's still working.
It's still thinking. But in any case, I'll finish this. I have basically this step, figure out the ENS, and then the last step is actually to export the trollbox as a component. So I'm gonna do that as well later on. I think okay, that's good. But it says that it tried to fix it by adding a public RPC node, which is great because then you don't have to be switched to the right network and it should still work. But I'm not really seeing any change here. So It might just be either slow today or it may not be able to do it just now. But it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Um,
Question from the audience. I think it's a perfect question to wrap up on. Is it possible to give a summary of what we have been building here for some of us who've just joined? Apologies and thanks. No need to apologize, Kenneth. Thank you. Václav, if you could summarize and then maybe where people can find your continued
yep,
discoveries.
absolutely. So the summary is that we are trying to use Waku, which is a decentralized, privacy-focused, censorship-resistant messaging infrastructure. So basically, the pipes that nobody can trace to go to send whatever you need to send, um, as long as it has a reasonable size and rate limit. And we're trying to use it to build a troll box. So a chat window in any website, we're trying to build a React component for the troll box so that you can easily integrate it into any website. And we got stuck basically on integrating ENS to see the names of whoever is publishing. But even with that, or even without that, we were able to integrate Waku, integrate wallet connection so that we can use our external wallet to sign the message and publish it to get to kind of get the identity, the public identity. And I'll fix the ENS, or I'll get the AI to fix the ENS, and I'll extract it into a separate component so that you can install it in your or edit to your website if you want to. I probably won't add it to my website, but whatever. But yeah, that's what we have been building. I think we are mostly done. I don't want to keep anyone longer. I will publish it later on my Twitter, probably, and probably Farcaster as well. We can do. This is the repo. It's publicly available on GitHub. So github.com/vpavlin/trollhouse-troll-tails. That's the AI generated name, but it does pretty good job with that as well. We've been using Lovable to wipe code this. It did decent job of integrating Waku. I would do it differently, and I actually had to do it differently, but it was not terrible. We need to teach it to do that, I guess. And yeah, we have a working Trollbox to some degree, so that's good, I think.
It's a beautiful thing. And maybe on the next one or on the follow-up, we can explore what the more proper way would be, or how to prompt and inform Lovable or whichever LLM on the more specific Waku features. That would be an interesting
We can
next session.
try. I haven't. I must say that I have not been lucky with actually doing it like in one shot. I had it once integrate Waku using the standard JS Waku libraries. It
Mm.
used some really old version, and that was the only thing that it did wrong. But otherwise, it actually like got it almost right. There were like two things: the version, and then querying the history protocol or the store protocol. It did not get right, but other than that, it did pretty good job, pretty decent job with doing that. But it was very simple integration. Just publish one message and then view the message somewhere else. There was no interaction or no complex protocol or anything. But this is also decent. So we need to make sure that Waku is understandable by AI so that it can integrate it.
Indeed, something to continue to pursue. Exciting stuff. With Václav here today, thank you very much, sir. And thank you everyone
Thank you,
for
Chair.
watching. Please feel free to share this amongst everywhere that you might be on the social medias. We will be bringing you these Waku vibe coding streams at least every Wednesday. And Friday, it looks like often, let's say often, a few times per week. So thank you all for joining us, and we will see you very soon next time. Mahalo.